The Point Forward Podcast, Milwaukee Bucks chatter with the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. My name is JR Radcliffe, joined by Jim Owczarski, Bucks reporter for the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. We had a whole podcast recorded for you. It's still coming up after our conversation here, but everything changed Monday night because we got some news that Giannis Antetokounmpo was in fact signing a 3-year extension in addition to his current deal to stay in Milwaukee up until the year 2028. Definitely caught a lot of people by surprise, so we obviously have to talk about this. Jim, when we talked to Giannis at Bucks Media Day, it sure sounded like he had no intention of signing this deal, that it made more financial sense, and still kind of does, to have waited until next summer. So a little very surprising, very confusing. We didn't even bring it up because I'd forgotten when the date was. It didn't matter to me. I didn't think he was signing the extension. So what in the world happened? Did this catch you by surprise as much as it caught me by surprise on Monday?
Yeah, I think it caught everybody by surprise because he was so adamant on October 2nd, JR, that he wasn't signing it. Even when asked, hey, does the Dame move change your mind? Does it help? And he said, yeah, but and I believe we tossed an expletive in there with how much money is available to him next summer. So only he can answer what changed his mind in the last 3 weeks, JR. But we can surmise. Look, the Bucks got him involved in a coaching search. They broke up their championship core to trade for a top 75 player that he is pined to play with. It makes sense that that the Bucks would go to him and say, hey, maybe meet us in the middle. Can you sign this extension now, add a couple years to the deal? And look, every salary cap projection you see is just that. Like, there's going to be an assumption that the salary cap is going to rise 10% every year for the next 10 years. I don't know. But somewhere in the calculus, JR, the Bucks must have pitched to Giannis and his people, or whatever conversation they had, they must have felt good about him sort of recouping the $80 million or so that he's giving up next summer down the line, because now he can sign another 2-year extension and then sign a 4-year extension after that before he gets to the old 38 rule. So 3 contracts are better than 2. And so there's probably some financial incentive in there as well to do this. It's just a little harder to pin down because it's a math that we just can't know until new media rights deals are signed.
Do you think it is over the top? Do you think that you have observed national outlets being a little too eager to see Giannis relocate out of Milwaukee? Or do you think, like I do, like it's probably not that big a deal? It's probably pretty par for the course. We just aren't used to that as Milwaukee sports observers.
I think it's a little over.
You do? Okay.
JR, just because we're supposed to speak with an informed opinion, even if it is an opinion. And I just felt like a lot of this stuff, even going back to the last Supermax, was sort of making assumptions based on I don't know what, to be honest, JR. Like, there's I have a column up over at jsonline.com. Like, he has never said he wants to leave or he wants to play anywhere else. Now, someone can listen to this and say, well, Jim, you're splitting hairs. He has said if the Bucks don't commit to winning, he would go elsewhere. But the facts are the Bucks have committed to winning. So I don't know what or where this sort of came from, that he's got this desire to leave or is about to leave. Like, nothing the team has done or nothing he has ever said or done would indicate otherwise. So I don't know. I don't know if it's strictly the entertainment of NBA entertainment, where they just need something to talk about, and an extension is coming, or not. So let's just talk about it. Like, I feel like I didn't hear about Anthony Davis leaving, and I don't know if that's because he was already in LA. I don't hear a whole lot of, is Jason Tatum not going to sign? But is that because he's in Boston? But the Bucks have won more regular season games than those teams, and have had maybe similar or better postseason success in those 5 years. So all I can think of is it's just this. He's this giant star in a city where giant stars aren't supposed to stay.